Good morning, guys. How are we doing this morning? Johnny Leodisha, Power Up 365. What a great morning it is. It's still dark outside. I wanted to chat to you today about burning out. Last night, I went to a friend of mine and we had a great conversation on burning out. And I call it a great conversation because we were in disagreement. Because I believe that you cannot burn out if you work. And there are people that believe you can burn out if you work too much. And I don't believe that. So obviously it was a great conversation because we had a disagreement. We had a disagreement on that. So I wanted to share that with you guys on why I believe you cannot burn out if you work too much. You cannot burn out if you work too much. And I believe it's through design, the human design. So if you go and look, what is the definition of burnout? It's exhausted. You're exhausted. You physically are exhausted, mentally exhausted. You're stressed out. So can overworking do that to you? Now, your first answer is yes. Of course it can do that to you. But let's just break down work. I believe it cannot do that to you if you understand design and if you understand that you work doing something that you love. Now, most people say, well, you live in a fictitious world because I work to pay the bills. I work because I have to pay the bills at the end of the month because I have responsibility and that's why I work. You see, and that is a condition that you've put yourself into because if you ask yourself, do I have a vision? Remember, I believe that you can't burn out by working if you understand design, if you understand human design, if you understand purpose, if you understand vision, mission, all these things is the design of a human being. That's how the mind works. That's what it needs. So if you understand that you got to have a vision that is aligned up to your purpose. And as soon as you have a vision that's lined up to your purpose, that's lined up to what you were designed to do, what gives you meaning, what fulfills you in life, then is work really work? Is work really work? No, it's not. You're doing what you were born to do. You're doing what you were born to do. Can a tree grow to become a tree or a flower and burn out? No, because it's designed to do that. It's designed to grow up and become a tree. That's what it's doing. It's doing based on its design. So it can't burn out. Okay? So why can we burn out if we work? I actually believe if you don't work, if you don't have meaning, if you don't have purpose, if you lose cause in life, if you don't understand why you wake up each morning, that will kill you. That will cause more damage to you than this thing of overworking, because you can't overwork if you're doing what you were designed to do. But let me clarify one thing. I enjoyed this discussion that we had last night because I came back yesterday and I was looking at definitions. I was looking at this thing and said, because I truly don't believe it. And another thing is success leaves clues. So all my life I've spoken about, I've had mentors, people that have influenced my life, people that have taught me. I make an effort of reading 4 books a day. I make an effort of going to seminars, doing YouTubes, having mentors around me. And all these mentors, all these people that I look up to that want to grow and want to have a better life are not burning out. And they're not only doing it for 1 month, 2 months, they've been doing it for years. They're in their 50s, some of them in their 60s, they're still on stage, they're still serving, they're still working, they're still doing what they need to do. So how can burnout be real? How can burnout be real if there are other people that are actually doing it and they're not burning out and they're having more fun than they've ever had, they're making more money than they've ever had? So what are they doing? Success leaves clues. That comes back to design. That comes back to design. You see, you don't drive a car and don't service it. You don't drive a car that you don't service it, because if you don't service it, it's going to break down. So one thing that I look at and I see that these people do consistently is by design, because what is burnout? Burnout is exhausted. You're exhausted. You're stressed. Okay, so let's understand what that means. Exhausted, you're physically exhausted. That means you don't have the energy. You don't have the energy to carry you through your work, through your design. You don't have the energy. So that means you're not looking after your physical energy. You must probably not going to gym. You're not eating right. You are doing certain things because the car, the vehicle, the body that needs to go and do the work is not getting looked after. Then you're going to say, but I burnt out. But why did you burn out? Why did you burn? The design of a human being needs exercise. Okay, it needs to be looked after. If you keep eating sugar all the time and you keep eating cakes and you keep doing all this stuff, then what happens? Then the body gets exhausted. There's strain put on the body because the body physically cannot go further. That means you are going to get burnt out. When you keep smoking all the time, when you take drugs, when you take alcohol all the time, that's not good for the body. That's not good for the body. Then we say that guy burnt out. No, he didn't burn out. He didn't look after the machine, the body that was doing everything. Does that make sense? Okay. So the question is, did he burn out, or was he not exercising? Did he not look after the body, the physical thing, the machine that does everything? Okay. Then you got to look after the mind. And the mind means I want to wake up with purpose. I want to wake up with meaning. I want to grow as an individual. Okay? Stress is, when you stress, you just translate stress into fear. What am I fearing today? What am I fearing today? That is stress. Stress is fear. Okay, and when you fear something, you fear I don't have enough money. I'm going to lose my family. I'm going to do something. So you fear. So you can't address the fear in your life. Rather break down the stuff. Don't hide behind I'm going to burn out. Rather address the things in your life. What is actually your body and what is the mental side? And the mental side is you've got to look at what you're fearful. Do you have meaning? Do you have gratitude? Gratitude. One thing consistently with all successful people in my life, they all have gratitude. Okay? Gratitude puts your life in perspective. Okay? Put your life in perspective. So when you're grateful for what you have, when you wake up each day saying what I don't have, when you focus on what you don't have, then you start stressing. Okay, you start stressing. When you wake up in the day and you say, thank you God for the gift of this day. Thank you that I can do this YouTube. Thank you that I have people that I can speak to. Thank you for my wife. Thank you for my daughter. Thank you for my son. Thank you for my family. Thank you for my mom. Thank you for my father. Thank you for my team. Thank you for my job. Thank you that I have electricity. Thank you that you start getting into gratitude. When you start getting into gratitude, you start getting out of stress. And when you're in gratitude, you're in a position of power. When you're in a position of power, you take on your day. But if you're going into work every single day for something just to pay the bills, that's stressful. So that means you got to relook at your life, because you will burn out, because every single day you're doing something that you hate. You're not looking after, and because you're doing something that you hate, you start eating, you start drinking, you start taking drugs, you start taking things, because now it's a domino effect. Because people don't sit and put their life in perspective. They don't meditate. They don't take 10 minutes out of their life and say, listen, am I on the right track? Am I on the right track? Am I going towards something that I was designed to do? Am I fulfilled as a human being? Am I happy? Am I grateful? And there's always something to be grateful for, but you've got to take the time to be grateful. You've got to take the time to be grateful. So guys, that is my version on what I believe burnout. I do not believe we can burn out from working. I believe that's a myth. I just believe when people burn out because they work too much, they don't understand their design, the human being design. They don't understand purpose. They don't understand the mindset. They don't understand that, and that's why they burn out. They just keep going. They don't put their life in perspective. They don't look at gratitude. They don't look after their physical machine that does everything, and that's how you burn out. So guys, with that, I'm off to the gym. I'm off to do a bit of meditation. I'm off to do a bit of gratitude. I wish you guys a great day. This is Johnny Eliades here, Power Up 365, your success strategist. Go out there, live a great day, live a day of purpose, and I will see you guys at the top. Cheers. Bye.